Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. You've caught me in my car today because I'm going to be taking you through a day or two in my life and showing you a few of the things that I do to combat the winter blues, the seasonal depression, whatever you want to call it. I don't know about you, but when the days start to get shorter and the nights get longer and the weather gets colder and more dreary, I sometimes struggle to feel my best. I sometimes feel really down. I struggle to have motivation to really do anything or even get out of bed. I don't know if anyone else feels like that. I think it's pretty common. So I wanted to do this video. I know it's kind of early on in the fall still, but I notice I start to feel some of those feelings on the first few days when it's like dreary and cold, when you really can tell summer's over and like it's cold out and now I have to wear my coat and all that kind of thing. I start to feel a little bit of that now. I don't know if anyone else is that way, but I wanted to go ahead and put this video out there so that you can have it as a resource to refer to as we go deeper and deeper into the winter and maybe you start to feel down a little bit, so you can come back and look into some of these tips. So without any further ado, come along with me on my day. I'm going to show you a few things that I do to combat that seasonal depression. Also, just a disclaimer, I am not a mental health professional in any way. I'm not a doctor, nothing like that. So if you are suffering from like severe depression or anxiety or anything like that, please, please, please seek out the help of a professional. These are just basic tips for, you know, just those down days when maybe you just need something to lift your spirits or get you motivated. But like I said, if you are suffering from depression, please, please reach out to someone who is more qualified than myself and get some help. My first tip is what I'm doing right now, which is to get yourself out of the house. Sometimes you just need to get out. It's easy to become really reclusive on days that are dreary and cold. You just don't want to go outside or do anything, but then you end up spending the whole day not talking to anyone really, and it can kind of just feel a little blah. So get yourself out of your house, soak in whatever sunshine you can find. If there's any outside, try to get a little bit of sunshine. But even if you can't find sunshine, just get yourself out, whether that means bundling up and going for a little walk outside or getting in the car and driving somewhere. You don't have to like go and do anything. You don't have to spend money even. I'm gonna go into Home Goods now and just do a little bit of shopping. I probably won't even buy anything, but it's just a good way to like lift your spirits a little bit, you know? Get out of the house. I've made it to my next stop on this journey that we have embarked on together, and I'm really excited to show you where I'm at. But first, I want to talk to you about my tip, and that is to do what you can, try your best to get into the spirit of the season. I know it can be hard if this time of year is a hard time of year for you, either because of the environment and the weather or whatever that may be, or maybe it's because you have lost a loved one this time of year and it makes this time of year hard for you, or whatever it is. Even if it's hard for you to embrace this season, I encourage you to do what you can to do some of those seasonal activities, whether that's going to a pumpkin patch in the fall, or driving around and looking at Christmas lights in the winter, or going sledding, or whatever thing it is that kind of signifies the season for you. I think a lot of times, not only does that help get you out of the house, like we talked about in that first tip, but it also can be very like nostalgic and comforting when you do those activities that maybe you did as a kid, and it sometimes brings back really good memories and is almost cathartic in a way to do those things. So I encourage you to do some of those seasonal activities that make you feel very like warm and cozy inside. So today I stopped at Family Tree Nursery, which is a plant nursery, which I know might seem like a weird place to go in the fall because that typically is more of like a springtime thing, but this particular place has all sorts of seasonal decor. They have like a whole gift shop full of amazing seasonal decor for fall, and then their Christmas decor is like amazing. So this place feels very like seasonal and fun, and I find it really comforting. And they also have a coffee shop inside. So I'm gonna get myself some kind of a fall themed coffee beverage today because that feels very like seasonal and helps me embrace the fall a little bit more, because I love a little pumpkin spice latte or something like that. And that's what I'm going to do to embrace the season today. Okay, we're back home. On to my next tip, which is to open up your blinds, get some sunlight in if there's any sunlight to be had. If there's not, turn some lights on in your house and make your home feel bright. That way you just feel a little bit more alive and awake, and hopefully that will lift your spirits a little bit. My next tip for combating the winter blues is to keep yourself physically warm, whether that's cuddling up with a blanket or bundling up before you go outside. I don't know about you, but I find that when I'm cold, I actually get like sad. I don't know, comment down below if you feel like you're that way. I feel like I get sad when I'm cold and I get like irritable when I'm too hot. I don't know if that's normal, but that's definitely the way I am. So I like to do everything I can to keep myself warm. I'm that person who will bundle up in like a parka and gloves and a hat and everything as soon as the weather drops below like 50 degrees. I'm like already bundled up because I just like being warm. I find that I can go outside, live my life like normal and feel a little bit of a sense of like normalcy, and like I still have a life, and you know, life is good and enjoyable. I can go out and do things if I'm warm. So I am unashamed about my willingness to bundle up to the extremes. Comment down below and let me know what your weather's like right now and whether or not you're already like breaking out the winter coat. The weather has still actually been pretty nice here, but I have broken out my puffy winter coat a couple times in the mornings and in the evenings when I've taken my dogs out. But let me know what it's like where you live. My final tip is to plan a vacation to somewhere warm during the winter time. It can be so helpful just to get that sunshine on your skin again when you've been cooped up in the cold for so long. Just kind of gives you like a second wind to get through the remainder of the cold season wherever you live, and helps you just feel more alive again. That is it, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that like button down below, leave a comment and let me know what are some of the things that you do to get through the winter blues, and make sure you're subscribed, have your bell icon clicked on so you get notified for new videos that I make, and I will see you all again in the next one. Bye guys.
Taking me back to better days.